They wasn't on point because they wasn't diligent.
Sabbath might have been off or something.
Well, let's just say the Sabbath is going to be on Saturday all the time. Let's not, forget how we're supposed to moon. Yeah, forget the new moon.
Go ahead.
And no, it's not that thou wert wretched and miserable and poor. Wretched, yes.
Which means to be troubled.
Yeah.
Miserable. Go ahead.
And miserable and poor and blind and naked.
You poor, you blind, and you naked, man. Meaning
Out.
what? You don't have that garment. You don't have that garment. And the garment is what? It represents the wisdom. That's why, like, when you see these commercialized groups, and look like they look real polished. They look real royal. They got the look. They look like they got wealth and money. They got the royal colors.
They're all in unison.
The uniforms.
They got commercials on BET and
They sitting on a throne.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're live shows and
They even got their own little TV channel and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
On Roku.
They got
I was gonna say the app.
They
got it on Roku.
got your
man.
own app. So you got all that,
But you ain't got the
but you don't have the wisdom. See, all that other shit is just to make up for the lack of.
Yeah.
All those gimmicks and the appearance, that's all to make up for the lack of the wisdom.
Quality.
The lack of quality.
Like a woman.
Kind.
They put on all the makeup, the hair, the nails, the get the ass, the titties. But the bitch can't do the things that a woman needs to know. Can't cook, can't clean, can't sew. Yeah.
Yeah. You look decked out. You look, spotless. So what's the point of having that aura? But when we look into your doctrine, it's cobwebs. Yeah. Yeah, man. Mildew.
Inside you, literally, you're dying.
Yeah. Hey, the mark of the beast is Christianity.
Sleeping with white
The
women.
name doesn't. Yeah, the name doesn't matter. You can call them Yo Play Yoga. The new moon is when it's a full moon.
Yeah, full moon is new moon.
You can have sex on a Sabbath.
what was the one a few years ago? The Day of Atonement is a feast.
Oh,
No, I don't think they.
It wasn't them, but somebody else has said that. I'm saying, but that's what you
Yeah.
get.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's what you get them getting.
Yeah.
You start getting down.
Oh, there was no. At one point in time, there was no Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
We could just keep going down.
So much.
You had all you got your appearance. You got the following. You get the clergy of the year.
Niggas at Sinetta Awards and stuff.
You getting all that shit, but when we look into your doctrine, you're destitute.
You don't have answers. Scripture said we have an unction and we know all things.
But yet, hey, we were being called the bum camp,
Derelict camp.
derelicts. But look at the doctrine. Go to all of our adversaries and ask them which group out of all the Israelite groups, even though they don't agree with us, who's the most on point.
Who's the most consistent? Because when they ask us something, we're going to get the straight answer, and it's going to from all camps. It ain't like, oh, well, GMS Dallas, said this, and no. Hey, our doctrine is going to be straight. It's going to be straight to the point, but it's going to be, what is the word?
they all speak the same thing.
We all speak the same thing. Yeah.
Let me say it like this. You'll notice with a Great Millstone camp, the only difference you're going to get is a few extra precepts or not.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But you're going to get the point.
Yeah.
It's just certain brothers and certain men may have other precepts that link right in, certain breakdowns that link in even deeper to get more of the meat off the bone.
Matthew 23, I'm going to start at 1. Then spake Yahushua to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do, but do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. For they bind heavy burdens.
Going back to what he read. You got to be a doer of the word. Don't be a hypocrite.
That's what he was telling them because they're hypocrites. But he was saying how they're gonna hold you to the strictest point of the law, but they don't even keep the law perfectly themselves. Who does that directly sound like? The law. You got it.
For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders. But they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. For all their works they do for the seen to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries, and enlarge the borders of their garments, and love the uppermost rooms at feasts, and the chief seats in the synagogues, and greetings in the markets, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi. But be
call me master. I'm your master.
Your captain.
Yeah.
Captain Souls.
Oh, I remember when that dude Bezalel, when he did that big thing, there was a big scandal that was going on with them with the whole money situation and all that. And they put up footage of one of the officers or one of the captains, or I think it might have been a deacon that said it. But he said basically when you come into the camp, you got to work your way up. But he said when you start off, you don't have a head. We're your head. So basically we think for you.
Wow, so
Basically being lords over the Lord's flock. We ain't supposed to be that way. You know, we're not supposed to exercise lordship, man. We're supposed to be examples to the flock, not lords over.
Yes, we do have an order, but it's different.
But that was the spirit that the wicked Pharisees and Sadducees were in. You know, they was having people call them rabbi, which means master, and they was even having people calling them father.
Yeah. Let's see what Yahweh Shai did. John 6:14. John 6:14. Then those men, when they had seen the miracle that Yahweh Shai did, said, "This is of a truth that prophet that should come into the world." When Yahweh Shai therefore perceived that they would come and take him by force to make him a king, he departed again into a mountain himself alone.
Hey, and that shows you right there that the Lord he abased himself. You know, he said, "He that exalt himself shall be abased. He that will abase himself shall be exalted." He didn't want to be a king right there. You know, he came in a lowly position. A lot of these men in Israel, they exalt themselves, and that's why in due time they eventually end up getting exposed and brought down in the midst of the congregation. All your dirt, everything comes out, man. And like Alazar and them, you know, at certain times we'll be cordial, we'll be at peace with them. We'll be like, all right, they out there teaching, they defending, but then there's always some shit comes out, man. But it's always during the time when your ass is prideful. You know, you gotta humble yourself, man. Now you got one of your members crawling over to Haman.
Yeah.
Now one of your members is giving intel to the damn enemy.
Giving him.
So you know he put that in the files. Oh, these guys put out jump orders, or so they send dudes to go and put hands on fellow members.
This is these Israelites, these black Israelites about.
Yes.
You know? I got exclusive interviews from members, or you know, man.
That's a bad look.
Like you said, why you keep going? Why do they keep going to Bocad? Like they ain't still on the list, like they ain't gonna be on the Megiddo list themselves.
Right. Because at the end of the day, when they roll down, they ain't gonna bust in on Vocab's door.
Yeah,
He the one that led them to you. They gonna come and knock your door down, despite the fact that you was on his platform, being fucking friends with him.
They're gonna knock on your door, and then they're gonna expect you to take them around and give up everybody. And when you do or you don't, when they're done with you, they're gonna take you out like they were going, like the people that they looking to persecute us. Really?
Yeah, Yahweh Shai spoke about that. You're gonna have men that's gonna hate you, and that basically they're gonna betray you. There's gonna be a lot of betrayal. And you're already seeing a nigga like that The dude that Vocab had was on his platform. I don't know his name, but Shabar or something like that. But that's betrayal. You know, that's straight up betrayal. But at the same time, this shit actually made them look bad. You know.
Yeah. About the pool. About the pool. I gotta appreciate it. Philippians 2 and 5.
And you women, man. We trying to tell y'all, man. You know, men are starting to they're getting to a pressure point.
Breaking point.
They getting to a breaking point, man. Jake about to. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Philippians 2 and 5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Mashiach Yahushua, who being in the form of form of Yahweh thought it not robbery to be equal with the Most High, but made himself of no reputation and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men.
And that's the example that we have. We're just unprofitable servants. That's what the Lord said in the parable, man. You know, for we shall say that we are unprofitable servants. Well, we're doing which was our duty to do. Yahushua had the same attitude. I came to do the will of my Father. That's all that mattered to him. He didn't care about no status, even though he came to show you that he was the Son of the Most High. He's like, if you don't believe that I'm the Son, wow. Look at these niggas, man.
Verse 8, and being found...
When 2/3 or more are gathered...
There's Satan in the midst.
The curse is activated. Yeah. Hey, that's a slogan, man. That should be a real saying, man. That's real.
Yeah.
You know?
You was that big chicken and niggas, the energy was right there about to pop the same way.
Philippians 2 and 8. Philippians 2 and 8. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. Because Yahushua told Peter he can call down 12 legions of angels to come take down the Roman Empire. You know? So the Lord had to humble himself.
Yeah, and guess what? The Lord said what? Somebody give me James 4 and 6. Get that real quick. And that's why more is more revealed to the humble. That's the spirit that he's dealing with the humble, the meek. You know? He's dealing with the Shapar Rakah. You know, humble spirit, man. That's the point. The moment you start getting proud, like wisdom she might step back from you for a little bit, man. You know? You found it?
Yeah, I'm there. I was reading around it. You know, verse 6, back to the point, it says, "But he giveth more grace, wherefore he said, the Most High resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble."
That's plain. You know?
Submit yourself, therefore, to the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
You know? So I mean, yeah, you could take all the ultimate examples from Yahushua. Everything, every wise saying that he made, every example that he gave, he was also an example. You know Yahushua just wasn't speaking.
Yeah.
He actually lived everything that he spoke. You know? Showing you that he's the word. He's the embodiment of the word of the Most High, man.
How humble was that to say, even though he had all that power, he made himself no reputation? He had spiritual power walking around.
Shit,
Humbling, don't tell them that I did this for you. I don't want that, don't want to be doing it abroad.